Kaindoji eng betutab rani President William Ruto tuyet eng State House Nairobi ole kamite ak kandoik cheterter kobun emoni ak ematinwekab sang kekustigong igorata katestai eng kanunitab rani.
Commissioner-designate of the Republic of South Africa. Her Excellency is a highly accomplished communications, governance, and international relations professional with more than 20 years of extensive experience in public sector. Her expertise spans strategic communications, projects and events management, institutional governance, and international relations. She played a pivotal role in positioning South Africa on the global stage through her leadership in the planning and execution of major international events, including COP17, the inaugural and successive BRICS Summit, and the African Union AU Summit. Her academic background provides a strong foundation in public administration, policy implementation, organizational performance, and strategic leadership. She enjoys reading as a hobby.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, I have the honor to present to you Ms. Salome Zulu Mola, High Commissioner Designate of the Republic of South Africa.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, on this momentous occasion, it is my honor and privilege to, on behalf of His Excellency President Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, to convey his profound appreciation for your gracious acceptance of the invitation to undertake a state visit to the Republic of South Africa, which is taking place tomorrow on the 4th of June 2026. President Ramaphosa is anticipating the honor of welcoming you and your distinguished delegation, and also extending the warm and gracious hospitality of the government and the people of the Republic of South Africa. South Africa and also Kenya indeed enjoy cordial, constructive, and strategically significant relations, advanced through our respective high commissions, both here in Namibia and also in Pretoria, anchored through a suite of bilateral agreements of cooperation. This agreement spans multiple spheres and also sectors, including the multilateral fora, particularly within the United Nations, the African Union, and also our respective regional economic communities. Our bilateral, Your Excellency, bilateral economic relations have grown and expanded significantly since the establishment of the formal diplomatic relations in 1992. Today, South Africa stands as the fourth largest investor in the Kenyan Economic economy, with over 75 companies operating across a wide range of sectors. More South African companies have expressed a strong desire to enter the Kenyan market, underscoring a strong investment trajectory and the depth of bilateral economic cooperation. One notable example that I can give Your Excellency is Aspen Pharmacare, Africa's largest pharmaceutical manufacturer, which has expressed a strong interest in expanding its investment footprint in Kenya. The company is keen to support His Excellency's mandate as the African Union's champion for local vaccine manufacturing. His Excellency, I'm hopeful that in due course, we'll be able to grant Aspen an audience to further outline their investment intentions and plans to contribute to health, industrial development. The Government of South Africa expresses its appreciation for the delegation of senior officials who traveled to South Africa on the 29th to the 30th of April 2026 to participate in the Joint Trade and Investment Committee, which engaged in substantive deliberations on key pertaining issues to bilateral trade and investment. We further wish to just congratulate Kenya on the successful hosting of a series of high-level regional and international multilateral gatherings, including the African Urban Forum in April and also the Africa Forward Summit, which was recently held now in May 2026. South Africa is further committed to supporting and also strengthening the United Nations office in Nairobi, which is headquartered only here, only in Africa, through their office. The Republic of South Africa remains committed to strengthening the mutually beneficial bilateral relations between our two countries. Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, it is my honor and privilege to, on behalf of His Excellency, President Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa, to present the letters of credence as the High Commissioner of the Republic of South Africa to the Republic of Kenya, as well as the letters of recall of my late predecessor, His Excellency, Mr. Mninwa Johannes Mahlangu. Please be assured, Your Excellency, of South Africa's highest considerations. Asante sana. Thank you.
I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, do accept your letters of credence and authorize you to pursue the interests of your country within Kenya's territory and within the law by promoting to the highest possible the mutual interests of the peoples of our two countries. Madam High Commissioner, good morning. Welcome to Nairobi. Congratulations on your appointment to this high office. My very best wishes on your tour of duty, and I look forward to working with you.
Ambassador-designate, the State of Kuwait. His Excellency has a bachelor's degree in political science and public administration from the College of Commerce, Economics and Political Science, Kuwait University. In 1999, he joined the diplomatic corps at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Koititagap kirwak eng Naivasha kipsomaninik chebo sukulitab utumishi eng Gilgil chekokimwaita kele kibel dormitory chebo sukulit noto kole kiit kobete sobonwekwa kipsomaninik 16 akokoten alak chechang. Koititagap kirwak kipsomaninik chotok eng lelutiet nebo rumisiet ak ngemisietab malik.
Kakiitita kipsomaninik 9 chebo sukulitab utumishi Girls taitab Chief Magistrate Ramadan Abdikarim en kapkirwok nebo Naivasha kotinygei ak beletab dormitory nebo sukulit noton ole kiit kobeten sobet kipsomaninik alak 16. Kasom kebeberta nebo prosecution kapkirwok betusiek 30 kotakeker kipsomaninik choton asikomuch ichek kotar chikilisiet. Kamwochi kapkirwok kole konyor icheket pichainik chebo CCTV chekoiboru kipsomaninik choton kosuldoen lelutiet noton ak kamwa kole takokonye report kobun motwek cheterter chebo serikali cheboto nebo forensic ak kora kotomo kotar koibe baornatet kobun alak en kipsomaninik.
However, Your Honor, Council has also clearly demonstrated to you on behalf of the respondents that these particular students in this school, Utumishi, they live all over around the Republic of Kenya. And in showing that they cannot interfere with the witnesses, they have also not demonstrated that these particular students could not be neighbors to each other or known to each other, and therefore bring in the question of interference.
Kamwa icheket kole angot kitiakta kipsomaninik choton komuch kowech chikilisiet somet nekarobeun okiliek chebo familia chebo kipsomaninik chekoibet sobet anan victims. Akot kounoton kokaesho okiliek chebo kipsomaninik choton kondochin okiliot Kipkoech Ngetej.
Of these children in the ordinary operations of the DCI, for example, can they interfere with the government chemist? Can the children interfere with the Ministry of Public Works? And the answer, Your Honor, is that it's not possible for these children to interfere with these government agencies.
Tetat kokonu tilet kapkirwok en betutab koron kasitab somok kotinygei ak ngot kotakekere kipsomaninik choton. Kongeten kapkirwok nebo Naivasha nemiten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Koiwang rutotanyi President William Ruto eng amut eng komasta nebo Northeastern ole kotestai korutechi kebeberwek cheterterchin cheboto teksetab ortinwek kole komwachi President meng'ikab Northeastern kole tindoi kanet kole wendi kobelishe eng lewenisiet nenyone.
Mimi niliwaeleza ya kwamba hii Northern Kenya tutahakikisha ya kwamba tunaweka mambo ya usalama sawa sawa. Wale Al-Shabaab walikuwa wanatusumbua hapa, wale walikuwa wanatuletea matatizo hapa. Nyinyi mnajua tumekabiliana na wao, sasa watu wa hapa Kutulo wanaishi kwa amani. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Si ni kweli? Hapa tumeweka walinzi wetu, askari polisi, askari wa jeshi, wale askari wetu wa NPR, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie ya kwamba tukienda mbele, nia yetu ni kuhakikisha kwamba Kutulo, Tarbaj, Wajir na Northern Kenya iko salama, ndio muweze kuendelea na maisha yenu, watoto wenu wasome, ufugaji uendelee na tujenge taifa letu la Kenya. So hii barabara nimekuja kuangalia na macho yangu. kwa sababu propaganda ni nyingi, kwa sababu siasa chafu ni nyingi, kwa sababu matapeli ni wengi. Wale wanasema hakuna kitu inafanyika, wale wanasema haitawezekana, lakini tunasema inshallah Mungu atatujalia, hii barabara itajengwa na Northern Kenya itabadilika. Hebu nione wala wanasema tuendelee pamoja. Kwa hivyo nyinyi ni watu wa tutam. Hebu nione watu wa Kutulo mnasemaje? Ati Kutulo mnasemaje? Mungu hapo? Musijali na wale wengine ni watu wako chini sana. Wale watu wako down. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Akili yao yote inaishia kwa one term, Kasongo must go. Hapo ndio akili yao inafika. Hawaelewi kujenga barabara inajengwa namna gani. Hawaelewi mambo ya maji. Hawaelewi stima inafanywa. Hawaelewi watoto wanasomeshwa. Hawaelewi mambo ya SHA na afya. Ni watu wako chini sana. Si muhimu na ya maana kwao ati ni kunitafutia jina ati Kasongo. Wale watu ni mafala sana bana. Wako chini sana. Sijui kama tunaelewana.
Tesetai serikali konaptoi chikilishet netokchingei kiter miondab Ebola komatkoit emoni, ole komwa sirindet neo eng ministry nebo tililindo Mary Muthoni kole ngandan tomo koit emoni mionoto kokanapta chikilishet eng komoswek tugul chekichutune Kenya. Komone kole mitei ngoyondetab kochut emoni mionoto kobun counties chebo Nairobi, Mombasa, Uasin Gishu, Busia, Kisumu, Bungoma, Trans Nzoia, Siaya, West Pokot, Turkana, Homa Bay ak Migori. Ole changinab counties jotok komite eng kiwato.
We still do not have any reported confirmed Ebola virus disease case as of 1st of June. We have a total of suspected Ebola virus disease samples that have been tested, which is 22 as at this morning, and all of them have turned negative. It is good to note that we have assessed the ports of entry and the readiness at the ports of entry, and we will continue deploying the healthcare workers at the ports of entry so that we can build on the capacity that is there. As at today, in the last 24 hours, we have been able to screen 13,548, and cumulatively, we have been able to screen more than 66,000 travelers. Equally, there are those counties that have been mapped out as either very high risk, others are high risk. The very high risk counties include Nairobi, Mombasa, Uasin Gishu, Busia, Kisumu, Bungoma, Trans Nzoia, Siaya, West Pokot, Turkana, Homa Bay, and Migori. The high risk equally are Vihiga, Kakamega, Nakuru, Kericho, Nandi, Kiambu, Machakos, Kilifi, Makueni, Taita Taveta, Isiolo, Elgeyo Marakwet, and Garissa. It is important for the members of public to know that when you have symptoms like fever of acute onset, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, headache, body ache, lethargy, and bleeding at the severe bleeding at the late stages, those are some of the symptoms, and history of travel from or transiting through DRC, Congo, Uganda, or any other country reporting Ebola cases in the last 21 days, because the incubation period of Ebola is between 2 days and 21 days. If you came into contact with a person with symptoms of fever or acute onset, vomiting, diarrhea, within the last 21 days, a person who is a handler of dead animals, a healthcare worker, a commercial sex worker, a hunter possibly, animal handlers, forest rangers, it is important to check if you have fevers and you have come across those people. Any suspected case epidemiologically linked to a confirmed Ebola virus disease, again, it is important if you have come across a person who is confirmed, you need to be checked in a health facility.
Ngenyoru logat kong'ete studio asiketestai ak tetutietab Kass Mashinani.
As the sun rises, so do we, as we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your day. StarTime's home solar solution with solar panels, hybrid inverter, and lithium battery. Powering your prosperity and happier life. Empowering you to do the things that really matter. A complete and reliable home solar solution. Call us today. StarTime Solar. Power your life.
Kutoka 11th June hadi 19th July, kila kitu inazangoja. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Reconnect GoTV yako for only 999 shillings today, only on GoTV.
Turn up the heat with endless entertainment on StarTimes. Feel every moment of the action as the biggest leagues reach their thrilling finales. Recharge your monthly subscription to unlock a world of endless drama to enjoy Novella E, now available on your Nyota bouquet. Dive into blockbuster movies with the launch of TNT, your new home of big screen hits. And for the little ones, a world of non-stop fun on Cartoon Network. Now on StarTimes.
That's more like it.
Renew your subscription for non-stop entertainment, drama, sports, movies, kids, reality, and news. Download the StarTimes On app to enjoy all your favorite shows and stream live channels on the move. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Mungaret ak pandap tai neitun en Kass TV en kila kosomogasi sait agenge agoi sait somoge leginyoru ngalalet noton neterter kobun kipngamotinik age kora kenyoru gas changud missing kotinge ak mungarosiek cheterter sait aeng agoi sait somoge kenyoru kibindit noton nelel nebo The Corner Office legingalaljini kipngamotinik cheterter kobun sectors cheter chebo bandab tai nebo emoni nengosirinen Kass TV kainenyin kobore Mr.
Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet netokchinigei konet ak konoisechi kabatik akobo boisionikab kabatisiet.
Kianam avocado ak ketik oeng chekikuren puete.
Eng yu ko kinetigei akobo ortinwek chebo kasari chebo kabatisiet ak kit nenyolu koyai kabatindet asikonyor melekto neo.
One of the key aspects of doing anything when it comes to growing food is how healthy are our soils.
Kobun tetutienoto bo community of practice kotestai bengenata kosuldae kanetet koityi stakeholders tugul chebo kabatisiet eng counties chebo West Pokot, Trans Nzoia County, Uasin Gishu County ak Elgeyo Marakwet County akobo kamanutienoto bo ripsetab ng'ung'unyek eng program nenaat ko Economics of Ecosystems and Biodiversity.
Ngetuiye kila kwang'wan kasi eng tetutietab longetab kabatik kong'ete sait agenge ak kebeberyat nebo koskoling eng Kass TV asikinetkei chechang aibun ane Bernard Tanoe.
As the sun rises, so do we, as we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your day. StarTime's home solar solution with solar panels, hybrid inverter, and lithium battery. Powering your prosperity and happier life. Empowering you to do the things that really matter. A complete and reliable home solar solution. Call us today. StarTimes Solar. Power your life.
Kutoka 11th June hadi 19th July, kila kitu inazangoja. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Reconnect kwa TV yako for only 999 shillings today, only on GoTV.
Turn up the heat with endless entertainment on StarTimes. Feel every moment of the action as the biggest leagues reach their thrilling finales. Recharge your monthly subscription to unlock a world of endless drama to enjoy Novella E, now available on your Nyota bouquet. Dive into blockbuster movies with the launch of TNT, your new home of big screen hits. And for the little ones, a world of non-stop fun on Cartoon Network. Now on StarTimes.
That's more like it.
Renew your subscription for non-stop entertainment, drama, sports, movies, kids, reality, and news. Download the StarTimes On app to enjoy all your favorite shows and stream live channels on the move. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Mungaret ak pandap tai neitun en Kass TV en kila gosomogasi sait agenge agoi sait somoge leginyoru ngalalet noton neterter kobun kipngamotinik age kora kenyoru agegas changud missing kotinge ak mungarosiek cheterter sait aeng agoi sait somoge kenyoru kibindit noton nelel nebo The Corner Office legingalaljini kipngamotinik cheterter kobun sectors cheter chebo bandap tai nebo emoni nengosirinen Kass TV kainanyin kobore Mr.
Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet netokchinigei konet ak konoisechi kabatik akobo boisionikab kabatisiet.
Kianam avocado ak ketik oeng chekikuren puete.
Eng yu ko kinetigei akobo ortinwek chebo kasari chebo kabatisiet ak kit nenyolu koyai kabatindet asikonyor melekto neo.
One of the key aspects of doing anything when it comes to growing food is how healthy are our soils.
Kobun tetutienoto bo community of practice kotestai bengenata kosuldae kanetet koityi stakeholders tugul chebo kabatisiet eng counties chebo West Pokot, Trans Nzoia County, Uasin Gishu County ak Elgeyo Marakwet County akobo kamanutienoto bo ripsetab ng'ung'unyek eng program nenaat ko Economics of Ecosystems and Biodiversity.
Ngetuiye kila kwang'wan kasi eng tetutietab longetab kabatik kong'ete sait agenge ak kebeberyat nebo koskoling eng Kass TV asikinetkei chechang. Aibun ane Bernard Tanoe.
Mungaret ak pandap tai neitun en Kass TV en kila gosomogasi sait agenge agoi sait somoge leginyoru ngalalet noton neterter kobun kipngamotinik age kora kenyoru agegas changud missing kotinge ak mungarosiek cheterter sait aeng agoi sait somoge kenyoru kibindit noton nelel nebo The Corner Office legingalaljini kipngamotinik cheterter kobun sectors cheter chebo bandap tai nebo emoni nengosirinen Kass TV kainanyin kobore Mr.
Tesetai tetutietab Kass Mashinani ole kibun logoiwek chetesetai eng emet ibwat ile mitei sirikchok chebo logoiwek eng counties cheterter kotesetai kosubi logoiwek ako notok kibun tugul kou oleu. Kibendi county nebo Uasin Gishu ole kakobar kaimetab kei changindab kabatik kobun counties chebo Nandi, Uasin Gishu ak Elgeyo Marakwet kaiti tachakishekab National Cereals and Produce Board nemitei eng taonitab Eldoret komakchingei mbolea chebo top dressing chemwoe kole mitei rerunet eng nguni.
Tesetai koititoi chongindab kabatik kobun counties chotok chebo Nandi, Uasin Gishu ak Elgeyo Marakwet chokeshekab NCBB nemitei eng taonitab Eldoret komakchingei katoldoleiwek chotok chebo top dressing netoku komitei rerunet. Kong'ololjin sirikab logoiwek eng chokesiechotok bo NCBB komwa kabotichotok kobun ng'ololindenywa Kipkorir Arap Menjo kole kokotestai serikali kobun ministry notok nebo kabatisiet koib katoldoleiwek chotok chebo kolset nekata chotok chekitorete eng top dressing.
Ngoja wanakuja wanaambiwa ngoja na huko kwa store wana offload mbolea OCP ya planting, na wakati huu ni msimu ya mambo ya top dressing inatakiwa, si planting. Wakati tulikuwa tunataka ya planting walikuwa na offload mingi ya top dressing. Sasa hii tunataka ya top dressing wanaleta mingi ya planting. Sasa hii hesabu ya hawa inaenda namna gani? Nani huyo anakosea hesabu rahisi namna hiyo? Kwa kujua tu wakati huu ni msimu wa kuweka top dressing unaleta ya upanzi. Ngawa mimi najua watu wengine wanahitaji ya ngano, lakini ngano siku hizi kiwango iko chini, si kiwango ambayo sasa wanaweza shindana ku offload mingi ya planting. Wahakikishe wamelete mingi ya
mwae icheket kole kokotiem kuityi kebeberwek cheterter chemite chokisiek kwak kobate manyoru katoldoleiwechotok.
Tena leo nilikuja last week yote sijapata, ndio hii tena nimekuja leo sijapata tena. Sasa nitapata siku gani? Na mvua karibu inyeshe sasa, na mahindi karibu itoe kichwa.
Nataka kuambia hii serikali tumechoka kuomba, kama ambuleti mbolea kaa nayo, na kama hakuna subsidy Mr. President kaa nazo, si tutakuwa tunajitetea peke yetu. Maneno yenye unakuja kutuambia saa hii ati tunaletewa OCP, tunafanyia nini? Kama unataka wewe peleka.
Ombe rais, kwa heshima yako kwa usaidie wakulima kwa sababu wameumia. Tunaamka kuanzia saa 11 tufikanga hapa tuandikanga line. Halafu baada tukiandikiwa line tunapewanga kunia 3 kunia 2. Alafu tena tumekuwa tukizunguka tukitumia transport. Hakuna haja tuseme ya kwamba boso ni 2500 na ile tunatumia zaidi ya 2500. Tunakula lunch hapa Mr. President. Tunakunywa chai hapa Mr. President. Tunatumia transport hapa na tunatembea mara 3 ama 4 5 ama 6 hata tu.
Hakuna chochote, hakuna CN. Tumekuja kuanzia mwezi wa 4 na bado tunamimina, tunakuja na tunamalizia pesa yenye tungekuwa tunanunua nayo CN inaenda kwa transport. Na ndio hii mafuta imepanda bei. Mafuta iko juu. Saa hizi hata tukiweka mafuta hiyo pesa kidogo tunaweka mafuta, tutanunulia nini CN yenye tunahitaji saa hizi? Kwa hivyo Mr. President, pamoja na washirika wako, please tunakuambia asa governor, tunakuangalia governor. Wewe ukicheza round hii ni one term. Tunasema one term. Kwa hivyo Mr. President, ongea na governor, ongea na mawaziri wako watutende vile tunahitaji.
Hii ni kututesa kama Uasin Gishu. Hatuwezi vumilia, tumevumilia ya kutosha. Mr. President, angalia watu wako. Unaweza enda nje lakini utumize hapa nyumbani. Whereby hatuwezi vumilia hivyo tena. Tumefika mwisho. Viongozi wa Uasin Gishu exactly, kwa sababu hapa tuko Uasin Gishu. Kama sasa governor wetu, huyo ni gavana wetu, tunataka tukuhimize kabisa na tukwambie usituache, tulikuchagua. Sisi ndio wadosi, sisi ndio wenye kusema. Sasa ukicheza ni one term, kwa sababu tusipofuna mahindi one term, tusipofuna mahindi tutafanya nini watu?
Kosubkei ak regional manager noton nebo NCBB eng komosta nebo North Rift Gilbert Rotich yekangotoche ibunetab katoldoleiwek chotok komwoe inendet kole kokomuch koletit kaimutyet nekomitei kobate kiitu katoldoleiwek chotok cheyamei.
This morning I'm pleased to inform you that the challenge that we had on distribution of top dressing fertilizer has been mitigated on. We are expecting, for this region, we are expecting about 13,000 bags en route from Yara, one of our suppliers. And as you can see behind me here, this is one of the trucks that is, which has delivered top dressing fertilizer for Eldoret depot. And this is duplicated in all the other stations within the region. I would also want to inform you that similar last season countrywide we did 3.17 million bags of top dressing in totality. Compared to this year, we have done 3.27 million in totality. So I would want to say that ideally we are over 95% in distribution of both planting and top dressing fertilizer. So ideally, in a couple of, maybe in the next 2 weeks, with now concerted effort in supply of top dressing fertilizer, we should be winding up the region, the season of top dressing fertilizer. So ideally, there shouldn't be any any concern or worry from our farmers. Government has put up mitigation measures to ensure that any other shortage moving forward is not experienced.
Mwaat kele kobune icheket kaimutiet noto nebo rerunetab mwanik eng lorishek chotok chu kokikochi boisionotok bo ibunetab katoldoleiwek. Kong'eteke taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Kanyor kelchin nebo tuguk chebo boisiet kobun kibagengeit nebo National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya biik chebune kewelutik eng borwekwak eng takchinet nebo kotoret ichek kotai boisionik chebendi kotoreti eng sobet nebo kila betut.
Kanyor kelchin nebo tuguk chebo boisiet kobun kibagengeit nebo National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya biik chebune kewelinwek eng borwekwak eng takchin nebo kotoret ichek kotoi boisionik chebendi kotoreti ichek eng sobet nebo kila betut.
Yeah, the one which is happening today, remember this is a regional launch. We started with the regional launch in Nairobi. So we are launching at the regional level. So although it is based here in Nakuru, we are launching, our managers will now go to the other counties and sub-counties. But for here, what happened is we had small grants given to 24 institutions for persons with disabilities. Each was given 200,000 shillings. We call them the small grants for small projects. But last Friday, we advertised, as we do annually, for what we call the flagship project.
Toretonoton kakikochi en county nebo Nakuru koboto rabisiek ak tuguk alak chekiboisien en mungaret ak boisionik alak chekitokyin biik kobun Rift Valley ako ichek chekikoikoito somen.
For this area, we gave 21 toolkits to 21. This is only for people from Nakuru East, then Bahati and Nakuru West. Our people now will move on now from here to various parts of the region. That is the Rift Valley region. So this is the beginning. We are just launching.
Kamwa nebo ngecheret en kibagengeit noton Professor Francis Kiberia kole kaimutiet neo nebune kibagengeit noton korarunet nebo rabisiek chekitoreten bichoton bune kewelinwek ole kasom kibagengeisiek cheterter komongke ak kotoret biik chebune kewelinwek.
Appeal to those who hear. They can get information about us either in the chief's offices, in the offices for DCC and so forth. Even the social protection offices. That's what we do. And with God's grace, we want to expand, to give more and so forth.
Ngalalet nekonyor kosubet kobun alak en membaek chebo board chebo kibagengeit noton ak biik chebune kewelinwek chekacher alak en ichek komongke ak kosom toreten. Kong'eten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Kutoka 11th June hadi 19th July, kila kitu inazangoja. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Reconnect Go TV yako for only 999 shillings today, only on Go TV.
As the sun rises, so do we, as we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your day. StarTime's home solar solution with solar panels, hybrid inverter, and lithium battery. Powering your prosperity and happier life. Empowering you to do the things that really matter. A complete and reliable home solar solution. Call us today. StarTime Solar. Power your life.
Poste no Twitter, Insta, aginde Facebook. Kona ingwanduni gole impo wangu.
Tetutet ab nene tisetai extra. Kotetutet negibun mix to moto played by one and only our baddest DJ Redmond.
Redmond. Ole Serem.
Watu paragole enga sartage ke toje influencers, tiktokers, social media influencers akchege tugul negase kutindo talent ako meje go partage eng mashabik.
Can become red flag. We were green flag and it did not help us with anything. Can we just
onge tuye engila Jumamos eng nene tisetai extra omitagana nende Jacqueline Arusei aliwatile mix ananchenwage ko moto chebutun one and only our baddest DJ. Get to you every Saturday in Kass TV. Kete setai go goichigo anjine tsuguleta Danubias ak tsuguleta parak neba tsugulesha kabarak mut kubone mwane asugo mukteji komang orchinek twendi ko tarete kipsomanini ko buntulishe jotok kunyorgaljin eng sugulishe jotok goichigo anjine ak Danubias ko Batomo University, Amref International University, Strathmore University, Kabarak University, Akwani University.
MOU between Kabarak University and Danubias International University is so important to both our institutions in the sense that we are going to entrench collaboration in a number of areas. This will open opportunities for the student and staff exchange program. It will open opportunities for joint research and innovation activities. And
we are happy to witness this signing of our intention to collaborate with Danubias International University. We of course expect a lot from this. The first and foremost, the fact that the two institutions are willing to work together is already, in my opinion, a plus. Because whenever two partners come together, we expect to get some interesting results.
Danubias International University has a vision of preparing global leaders, okay, and especially coming from Africa. And we are happy to come to Kenya. We've been here now for almost 5 days and travel across the country and realize that Kenya is at a very strategic position with United Nations offices moving here. To bring the collective education to a higher level. In terms of brain drain, there has been some kind of complaint that students leave their country, they go to other countries for education and they don't come back. Again, this is part of the lesson for the leadership of every country. The importance
Koibete sabet neran nebo kenyisiek 19 kipsomaniat nebo grade 10 nebo kenyisiek 17 ko boisie kipchabet eng kapkesesyon nemite eng kot nekingate ngatutik nebo Chepalungu eng county nebo Bomet kosubkei ak terchinet netomo kenai akoi nguni. Ako nguni kotesetai ofsaek chebo ripsetab kalyet kochenge neran notok komwoe kole koisuldae yautiet notok.
Kaititaitab kirwokindetab kapkirwok nebo Kericho Justice Teresa Odera Julius
Kosubkei ak rubeiwotab kirwogindet nebo koitab Silibwe sublocation en sub-county nebo Chebalungu David Rotich ko kokalgei neranichoton ak kotoi koyochigei boriet ak koit kotor chorwenyin nemiten en grade 10 nebo kenyisiek 17 neran nebo kenyisiek 19 koboisien kipchabet ole koibet korotik chechang ak kobet sobet komait sipitalit nebo Longisa.
En koinutikyuk ko David Arap Rotich kirwogindet na assistant chief nebo koitab Silibwe sublocation ako kai kwanget kora en asubuhi nekangoeche raini kora en kastab oeng kenome report kele mi kijanaek chekotor kofaiten langat ako kotor koit kibeten sobet agenge ko sofa nguni ko komwoe family kele lakwani ko kowal kokingo en oret nemokingen akoit koboisien silaha choton ko mwoe kele ng'otwek kotor en kipchobok ak kobliden koba korotik chechang ako sofa nguni komi Longisa yo reportenen ko kokwet nekibore Kamoloiso komiten Nyongores ward en Chebalungu.
Rose Keter kokarirtaen kerichekab bokitotet chekamwa ine kole kakoboisien neranik en kamasotok.
Kainutikyuk kekurenon Rose nebo Arap Keter, amengindetab kokwoni. Kwanyun Bakumi kora nekitoretigei ak our assistant chief ak boyotab kokwet. Ko kit nekwokere missing ko kit nekokoromit kabisa ko ng'alekab bangik. Noton nekwokere ale kakosindanech en lookyok chekitinye ko saiti ko en sigik. Ndakuitos sigik konai ak korib agetugul konyin akere ko kit nebo maana. Makemondoi en lagochu ako imuchi ingen ile lakwenyun ko kakoik bunyot en biik. Kakowendot itu lakwet saa sita nebo kemoi saa saba koyoche kikuyen kele yobu ano. Ko kit nekokouit en kokwenyon ko noton amun kikere tuguk chechang chekoyaak kobunu maiwek. Imuche oechine lakwet ak sigik maiwek matugul lakini mi ot en kamatik kwo chepyoset ak ane komi kamatik cheechindos ak look maiwek koyoche kora kekontrolen boisionik choniton asikobit ot kimuch keteren tuguk cheyachen. Ko en ng'alekab security kora en kirwogindenyon amwachini kora kongoi kirwogindenyon kibore koyai kole koter tuguk cheyachen en kokwet kebir ko ndakuitos biik amun bichoton cheyoe boriet ko biik cheingen ko ndakongobitu ng'alechu oin amun koit bichu bet kongekas kele kanam bichu bet ng'alechu ko ndakongonam kewokyo ko kokaikai kabisa kotasarunokse kokwoni amun makosa netai ko kongonam en olda age keonatkei kakile kotor kochilil kiptoyot nekokicheng'e konyokorotyin ko ndakongeker tuguchu ak kewokyi koyoni ale komukokse keter yoityoni. Kwany kilyonen any nguni akose takitebengei en biik chekikekonech keyai boisiet en kokwet ko akose takirwokyigei icheket ak keiku sekeik chekisekei ak kenai kele kibenditoitoi ano sikoterterak kimnotoni ya. Ngolul chito kouni ko kit neui makosarunokse. Konoleni Jehova sikotoretech asikobit keikun biik chetononiotin siketoret kakirwogindenyon ak kekonech kora si ot en security nekikure ko Kass si en kiy agetugul nekikoini kirwogindet ketoretkei tugul makibokokyin inegen.
Alak en biikab kokwonoton kokosom ofisaek chebo ribsetab kalyet koker kole kaikimit boriet nekitokyin maiwek chemaiyonotin ak kerichekab bokitotet en komosoton.
Ameng'indetab nganasan ako kioboyotab kokwet lakini kiramuny abakach kit nekosome kityo netai kora kopole en kokwoni en lakwet nekokibet maiwek en kokwoni nyon komolele mi komosinyon maiwek ele kiyeune maiwek ko kirwogindet age nebo komosin akot ele kikitotonen kirwogindenyon ko kimi maiwek komosin ele kokiwonotengei kora ko kirwogindetab komosin ele miten maiwek kosomany en rirenosiekab kee ole ngomukose kotoretech serikali komwoe kit nekinyolu keyai en kirwogik chechoket asikomuch kokirinda maiwek bichun kobo sikor ko echek kibo komosibo koitab Silibwe sublocation ko bichu ele miten maiwek lebo keen ak nyokeyai boriet kobunu komosin bo Nyambuko so nikosomen kit agenge kole ngomukose kerirenech ak keker wei kit nekiyoe asikarik amun asikarik chemiten kapkososio kwoeng cheyoe kasit ko alak koboto nyebutet oeng kityo asikarik cheyoe kasit en kapkososio ko chemuche kotoretkei ak kirwogindet kinyo kirwogindet kibore kinoketoretotenkei tugul en kebir so nikosomo kole ngomukose koten bichu bo Asai TV amwoe kongoi en okwek amun kikeru ripoteni kila Am boisionik che otoretech akor konoe biik kora kole nee nekayai en kokwet. So agere any kit nekomoche kemwa. Nee nekiyoe kotor komugak en kokwoni nyon. Kotor ngoyen ngolole kouni komi komosin akine teret nebo teretab maiwek amun ngeteren komosin nyon kotesetai komosin ot nekuni kebe kotesetai komosin koe maiwek. Ako tesetai kora kerieche momi kirwondetab komosin ako bitu kochu okot korotik chu kokere chu komi tiritab ko korotik che kokie maiwek kora komosin. Makilaumeni kele mi komosin nyon momi maiwek che kiye en komosin nyon ele factory nekiyoe maiwek ko komosin ot ele kikiebengei keben chichi kokose kemwoe kele rwe ngweny ne kwandab ne koborishe ne kwanda nebo netupcho kwanda ko kokiwonotengei kora komosin kipchobochu ko kokiwonotengei kora komosin.
Niton ko rumisiet nebo oeng en wikit agenge nekokosirto ole en komalo ko kikibeten sobet boyon nebo kenyisiek 80 en kapkesosyo yoton. Kong'eten county nebo Bomet logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Katestai eng kapkirwok nebo Kericho kasetab kesit nebo muren nebo kenyisiek 46 nekikimwaita lelutiet nekibete sabet kamenyi nebo kenyisiek 100 eng kokwetab Singoronik eng Sigawet Soin eng county noto kikinyorchi ole kinyokoriach agarit eng sang nebo koini eng amune netomo kenai ko inguni. Kaikoito chichotok sametab kityakta inendet eng bond ole igeni tiletab kapkirwok kotinygei ak notok.
Kaititaitab kirwokindetab kapkirwok nebo Kericho Justice Teresa Odera Julius Cheruyot bet nebo kenyisiek 46 kobun okiliondenyin asikoito sometab kityakta inendet en bond en kasarta netesetai kasetab kesit en lelutiet nebo borisiet nekimwoitoen inendet. Kaarorchi kapkirwok kebeberta nebo prosecution kole angot kityakta Julius Cheruyot bet komuch koim baorinik chebo kamanut en tesetab tai nebo kesit ak cheng'etab imanda.
And these things, the same compound with all the witnesses that you have before my evidence likely that he interfered with those witnesses. One witness, a key witness, eyewitness, is a minor, not more than 10 years old, and who is related to the person.
Kikinam Julius Cheruyot bet en arawetab somok en kenyiniton kosubkei ak nekiriach agarit en kakamenyin nebo kenyisiek 100 en kokwetab Singoronik en Kiptere en Sigawet Soin en county nebo Kericho en tarikit 7 arawetab somok en kenyiniton en yautiet nekikere ko borisiet. Tetat kokon tokyinet kapkirwok kobun kirwokindet Justice Teresa Odera kotinygei ak samet nekanyor en tarikit 11 arawetab 6 en kenyiniton ako testai kasetab kesit kong'eten tarikit 8 arawetab 7 en kenyiniton.
We can take 11th, we see how far we'll go. Or we take 11th and then we go to July. Yeah, so that we just bond maybe about 4 or 5. I can see July I have 8 and 9.
Kamwa okiliot Edmond Kiprono netelelchin familia nebo Grace Chelangat Chepkwony nekibet sabet kole maiyan sametab kekon bond ole igeni kapkirwok kokon tilet kotinygei ak noton.
Ako kakeng'alalen keesye ng'alechoton chebo bond en inguni ako nyokotile tilet kotini en tarikit 11 en betunoton konyoketesetai kora ak hearing bwone baorinik konyoketestai en betunoton ak kokon uamuzi kotini en ng'alekab bond. En iman en inguni komiten emotions barak en gaa ako kikere kele en witnesses baorinik chemiten olimbo gaa ak biikab emet kora komaboiboi. Ko kiorogenjini kelelen angot kikoi bond en inguni komuch sikityan kobit makosa age ko kaikai takenamdagei korok asiyekakotulioso biik ak kenai kele kitestoi ano tai en gaa olin kikoi bond.
Kamwa familia kole makenywan konyor imanda icheket.
Kainutik ko Duncan Bet, kitupche ak accused Julius Cheruyot Bet. So kit netestai rani ko kasome bond ko family ko en inguni ko tomo kiyan konyo kamun tomo ot kosomon nyoetab kat tako chito ne marimosiful so en inguni ko matakat en gaa.
En iman kemoe justice nebo batiemenyon ole kimeita ako the way lekikertoi our own uncle ko uon mabar batiem ago from the way he behaves, he's not remorseful.
Nane ko takekose konyikis kabisa amun tuguk chekitestai ko ma accident ako moche koib koik accident na tukubali hivyo.
Aripoti logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten kapkirwok nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Koretab kekimit ak kekanapta talent nebo tiendo ko kiyai eng kanisetab Seventh Day Adventist Church SDA region nebo Kebeneti eng Sigawet Soin eng county nebo Kericho. Kabeletab ke nebo kwaya eng tienwogik cheterter ole koituiyo kanisosiek cheite 14 eng kabeletab ke nekokiyai eng kanisetab Murumbasi SDA Church eng Sigawet Soin.
Karutechi kwaya chebo kanisosiek 14 kobun komasta nebo Kebeneti region chebo kanisetab SDA, kanisetab Marumbasi SDA Church en Sigawet Soin. Niton ko kabiletab ke nebo tiendo en tetutiet netesetai en kanisetab SDA nebo chenget ak kanaptaetab talenta. Kong'ololjin ketishoni en oret ne inegen komwa director nebo tienwogik en kanisetab SDA South Rift Valley Field Andrew Koros kole noton ko oret kora nebo kalosunet kou en bitetab kaniset.
So en betutab raini kokitinye competition nebo wanakwaya chechok nekoinetkei tiendo sikobit kotestai en programini eb tiendo. So kemoche kele kongoi kabisa amun kakengas tugul tugoni. Number 1 yon kitieni ketieni kilosu Jehova nekiyai kipsengwet ak anokwek. Ak ng'wony noton nekewekyini kongoi amun chachik tuguk tugul nenyin kimnotet. So kemoche kele kongoi tarish number 1. Number 2 ko ketien kora kewekyin kongoi en tuguk cheechen cheyoiwech en betut age tugul. So yon kitieni kewekyini Jehova kongoi kilenjini neng'ung kalosunet ak torornatet. Okere wanakwaya chu ak alak chekakoba ak chetakomi kemoche kelenjin kongoi amun kokopraktisen ne en ngunon ketesetai kebendi the next level ko ofisit nenyon nekikuren South Rift Valley Field komiten Kericho.
Kosubkei ak koros kokitounen kaniset asikotokyigei region kotomo kotokyigei field akoi national ole makiboisien noton kitaban tienik chemaimuch kotestai.
Kwaya ninyon komakiyai kit nekiyai competition. Kimwoe kele we are all equal, kikergei tugul en taitab mwokwek, en taitab Jehova. So kwaya chemaimuch en abakora yon kitieni anan yon kiyai kit age tugul komi biik chekoindo kitieni buch tugul kolyonotin akwek kokikergei tugul. So amoche amwochi kityo biik alenji chemamuch kokwalifaen komat kome mugulel amun en tugul kokikergei en taitab mwokwek, taitab Jehova.
Kaituiyo tienwogik choton cheechen ak chemengechen ole Rechobet ko agenge en kamatik cheechen.
Koachome tiendo ana chito neo missing en chepyosochu kwao ako achome kora kotakebendaten ak lagochu amun chomon Jeiso. Kongoi missing. Singamun Jehova nekikowawech chamyenyin neo miten ng'alek chechang en bukuit ako nesire kochaman Jeiso abaibai amun chaman Jeiso chaman Jeiso chaman Jeiso abaibai amun chaman Jeiso chaman Jeiso missing.
Kabaorionchi kabelishonoton biikab emet ak kasubikab kanisetab SDA Kebeneti region en kibagenge ak ng'amotik chemiten en kibagenge ak Joel Kirui Balozi netesetai kokimite kanisosiek en Sigawet Soin kokochin kitabusiekab tiendo ak Biblia asikokanapta kaniset. Aripotini logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten kanisetab Marumbasi SDA nemiten en Sigawet Soin en county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Mana mawe kariri furaha 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 kubwa.
Chitab Kalenjin kakichuk chotok kaimetab logoiwek chok chebo emet eng tetutietab Kass Mashinani chekakimuch kebun eng inguni eng kasarta nematya neketuitosi eng logoiwekab emet kong'ete studio kikurena Jacqueline Arusei.
As the sun rises, so do we, as we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your day. StarTimes Home Solar Solution with solar panels, hybrid inverter, and lithium battery. Powering your prosperity and happier life. Empowering you to do the things that really matter. A complete and reliable home solar solution. Call us today. StarTimes Solar. Power your life.
Kimitei agobo inye ago kimita siginetkei kibaibaitkei ak inoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, StarTimes channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en number 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit nechome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet.
Turn up the heat with endless entertainment on StarTimes. Feel every moment of the action as the biggest leagues reach their thrilling finales. Recharge your monthly subscription to unlock a world of endless drama to enjoy Novella E, now available on your Nyota bouquet. Dive into blockbuster movies with the launch of TNT, your new home of big screen hits. And for the little ones, a world of non-stop fun on Cartoon Network. Now on StarTimes.
That's more like it.
Renew your subscription for non-stop entertainment, drama, sports, movies, kids, reality, and news. Download the StarTimes On app to enjoy all your favorite shows and stream live channels on the move. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
The FIFA World Cup 2026. Reconnect GoTV Yako for only 999 shillings today. Only on GoTV.
Mungaret ak pandab tai neitun en Kass TV en kila kosomok kasi sait agenge agoi sait somoge elekinyoru ngalalet noton neterter kobun kipng'omotinik ak kora kenyoru kekas chechang kot missing kotinygei ak mung'arosiek cheterter. Sait aeng agoi sait somoge kenyoru kipindit noton nelel nebo The Corner Office eleking'ololchini kipng'omotinik cheterter kobun sectors cheter chebo bandab tai nebo emoni. Nengosirinen Kass TV, kainenyin ko Bore Mr.
Haya. Kelenjini mashabik chechoget kasta ibwati ingele komi tienwogik chukibo kenyu chilani kas kole kouniyo kasoki nemwoyo
Anyikekab chuboit kosete misote ongikilke barnotik akemisotoni tuguchutok kibo keny bo komonut weliye batongo ng'alek tugukab chumbek.
Haya, keteste inonio Angle chacham kochang menoni
Tulwenyon dinireni kolyelke kolbek tam koribe boisiet komwochi lagokwak.
Kora kimiten kilong'ut tienwogik alak chechute en Kass taibwoti yani heshimu ukuta kou inoniso
Changoteni lagok kolele
Ego sanyi, anyi ngasit keba agewek. Meutien, Kass taiwoti, heshimu ukuta, mara moja. Jumatatu, agoi kwa mut kasio, ak Daktari Stone, koitande sabi, Kass FM, amon kim notenae.
Kasarta age tugul ko kaitar boisieng'ung.
Atinye insecurities en agenge nochome.
En kila koskoling anget ale imite imunyi ak ibongoni boisiet nebo mutai. Kero, meboekan amu amiteu akobo inye.
Bangecho makyamiten nasime nanyin. Tindang
aibun tetutietab Kass Chenikyok kila Jumatatu agoi komut kasi kong'etkei sait 11 akot sait 12 ak kebeberyat. Eng yutok aibun tienwogik cheiboiboin ak nesire tugul ko tienwogik cheistoun stress. Omite ak anendet Cherutik Toti.
Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet netokchinigei konet ak konoisechi kabatik akobo boisionikab kabatisiet.
Kianam avocado ak ketik oeng chekikuren fuete.
Eng yu ko kinetigei akobo ortinwek chebo kasari chebo kabatisiet ak kit nenyolu koyai kabatindet asikonyor melekto neo.
One of the key aspects of doing anything when it comes to growing food is how healthy are our soils.
Kobun tetutienoto bo community of practice kotestai bengenata kosuldae kanetet koityi stakeholders tugul chebo kabatisiet eng
Chamgei jitab Kalenjin itagateng logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV kigurena Jacqueline Arusei. Kitaune logoiwek chotok kole tesetai nguni kokoitoi ng'alalenyi cabinet secretary nebo kimnatoshek Opiyo Wandayi kotinygei ak aliet nelel anan new review nebo electric tariff. Ngegusjigo.
Any tariff adjustment can be considered or approved. And now, following the withdrawal of the application, the current retail electricity tariffs shall remain in force and unchanged unless otherwise lawfully reviewed in accordance with the Energy Act and applicable procedures. The withdrawal of the application does not in any way affect the continued delivery of electricity services. Consumers and businesses, wherever they are, should continue to enjoy uninterrupted access to electricity under the current tariff structure. The Ministry appreciates in a big way the views, feedback, and participation of consumers, industry players, and members of the public throughout this process. Now, Kenyans will continue to receive timely updates on any policy or regulatory developments affecting the energy sector generally. So that's the end of our statement. I mentioned it will be short and clear. Asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. I'll only take two. And I've seen you and you. Yes. Second question. You know, if you listen to my statement carefully, first of all, the first question will be answered by Engineer Sengo or Engineer Okech. But if you listen to my statement carefully, I did indicate that the application for review has since been withdrawn. That therefore means that any scheduled engagements with the public are going to be suspended. Perfect. Engineer Singh, on the issue of the...
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Waziri. Thank you, Waziri. On the issue of the fuel energy charge, as has been the case each month, as published by our regulator, EPRA, we work together and they give us those impacts and computations, which we then include, because those are issues on the international market on pricing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's speculative.
I think
that is going to be speculative. We leave it at that. Second question. John who? Okay. You know, I did say from the outset that this withdrawal decision has been arrived at after extensive consultations within government. So all that you are talking about has been taken care of, and the government, in its usual innovative ways, working closely with the sectors and the entities, is more than convinced that the current tariff structure is sustainable until a review is undertaken. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Asante. Until otherwise reviewed, and that will be communicated. It will be communicated. Thank you. Yes. Asante. Thank you so much.
Kagobar ngametab ke changindab kabati kobun counties chebo Nandi, Uasin Gishu ak Elgeyo Marakwet kaitita chakishekab National Cereals and Produce Board nemiteng taonitab Eldoret komakchingei mbolea chebo top dressing chemwoe kole mitei rerunet eng inguni.
Tesetai koititoi chongindab kabatik kobun counties chotok chebo Nandi, Uasin Gishu ak Elgeyo Marakwet chokeshekab NCBB nemitei eng taonitab Eldoret komakchingei katoldoleiwek chotok chebo top dressing netoku komitei rerunet. Kong'ololjin sirikab logoiwek eng chokeshek chotok po NCBB komwa kabatik chotok kobun ng'ololindenywa Kipkorir Arap Menjo kole kokotestai serikali kobun ministry notok nebo kabatisiet koib katoldoleiwek chotok chebo kolset nekata chotok chekitorete eng top dressing.
Ngoja wanakuja wanaambiwa ngoja na huko kwa store wana offload mbolea OCP ya planting, na wakati huu ni msimu ya mambo ya top dressing inatakiwa si planting. Wakati tulikuwa tunataka ya planting walikuwa na offload mingi ya top dressing. Sasa hii tunataka ya top dressing wanaleta mingi ya planting. Sasa hii hisabu ya hawa inaenda namna gani? Nani huyo anakosea hisabu rahisi namna hiyo? Kwa kujua tu wakati huu ni msimu wa kuweka top dressing unaleta ya upanzi. Ngawa mimi najua watu wengine wanahitaji ya ngano, lakini ngano siku hizi kiwango iko chini. Si kiwango ambayo sasa wanaweza shindana ku offload mingi ya planting. Wahakikishe wamelete mingi ya
mwae icheket kole kokotiem kuityi kebeberwek cheterter chemitei chokeshekwak kobate manyoru katoldoleiwek chotok.
Tena leo nilikuja last week yote sijapata, ndio hii tena nimekuja leo sijapata tena. Sasa nitapata siku gani? Na mvua karibu inyeshe sasa. Na mahindi karibu itoe kichwa.
Naenda kuambia hii serikali tumechoka kuomba, kama ambuleti mbolea kaa nayo, na kama hakuna subsidy Mr. President kaa nazo, si tutakuwa tunajitetea peke yetu. Maneno yenye unakuja kutuambia saa hii ati tunaletewa OCP, tunafanyia nini? Kama unataka wewe peleka. Ombe rais, kwa heshima yako kwamba usaidie wakulima kwa sababu wameumia. Tunaamka kuanzia saa 11 tufikanga hapa tuandikanga line. Halafu baada tukiandikiwa line tunapewanga kunia 3 kunia 2. Alafu tena tumekuwa tukizunguka tukitumia transport. Hakuna haja tuseme ya kwamba boso ni 2500 na leo tunatumia zaidi ya 2500. Tunakula lunch hapa Mr. President. tunakunywa chai hapa Mr. President. Tunatumia transport hapa na tunatembea mara 3 ama 4 5 ama 6 hata tu.
Hakuna chochote, hakuna CN. Tumekuja kuanzia mwezi wa 4 na bado tunamimina, tunakuja na tunamalizia pesa yenye tungekuwa tunanunua nayo CN inaenda kwa transport. Na ndio hii mafuta imepanda bei. Mafuta iko juu. Saa hizi hata tukiweka mafuta hiyo pesa kidogo tunaweka mafuta, tutanunulia nini CN yenye tunahitaji saa hizi? Kwa hivyo Mr. President, pamoja na washirika wako, please tunakuambia asa governor, tunakuangalia governor. Wewe ukicheza round hii ni one term.
Tesetai kandoik chotok mitei kibagengeitab United Alternative Government Parliamentary Group kokoito ng'alalenwa kotinygei ak tetutik cheterter chetesetai eng emet. Ngekus Chigong.
With apparent protection, coordination or impunity. Such violations strike at the very heart of the constitutional democracy. A professional police service derives its legitimacy from impartiality, discipline and fidelity of the law. When citizens lose confidence in the distinction between lawful policing and political intimidation, the rule of law itself is weakened. Kenya is a state party to the Rome Statute, and by virtue of Article 2.5 and 2.6 of the Constitution, the principles of international law form part of the law of Kenya. International law recognizes the grave dangers posed when organized violence against civilians is tolerated, encouraged or carried out through irregular actors operating alongside state institutions. Your administration bears a constitutional duty to ensure that the National Police Service remains professional, independent, accountable, and entirely separate from any form of organized political violence. A mother in the market does not feed her children with propaganda. A border rider does not fuel his motorcycle with blame games. A graduate without work does not pay rent with slogans. A patient denied treatment does not survive on press statements.
Our fifth part will be led by the Honorable Clive Gisairo.
Thank you. UDA claims that you stabilized the economy. Stabilized for whom? Certainly not for the ordinary Kenyan struggling under debt, taxation, joblessness, and economic uncertainty. Kenyans do not eat statistics, they eat food. They judge leadership by the price of unga, fuel, rent, school fees, medicine, and electricity. On agriculture, UDA boasts about fertilizer, while many farmers continue to struggle with costly inputs, weak markets, inadequate extension services, and declining purchasing power. On coffee, your party conveniently overlooks reforms initiated before your administration, including the Cherry Revolving Fund, reforms at new KPCU, and measures aimed at strengthening direct sales mechanisms. On healthcare, your government dismantled NHIF and replaced it with the Social Health Authority system. Whether intended as a reform or not, the implementation has generated confusion and uncertainty among patients, hospitals, and families trying to understand coverage, payment obligations, and accountability. Article 43 of the Constitution guarantees every Kenyan the right to the highest attainable standards of health. The right cannot be secured through confusion and public relations campaigns. On education, parents, teachers, and students continue to face uncertainty. CBC and CBET remain difficult for many families to navigate. Universities remain under pressure. Students continue to struggle with funding. Teachers remain overstretched. School fees continue to burden households. On affordable housing, Kenyans are not opposed to decent homes. What they reject is compulsory deductions, exaggerated claims, and insufficient transparency. If the program is succeeding, publish the full record. How much has been collected, how much has been spent, how many units have been completed, how many are occupied, who owns them, and how many verifiable jobs have been created. Article 201 of the Constitution requires openness, accountability, and prudent use of public money, public funds are not campaign material. They are taxpayers' money. Mr. President, constitutional government is measured not merely by the policies it announces, but by its fidelity to the rule of law and its development track record. Increasingly, Kenyans are witnessing a troubling pattern in which court orders are treated as inconveniences rather than binding commands of the law. The recent controversy surrounding the proposed Ebola quarantine facility in Laikipia illustrates this concern. When the High Court issues orders halting implementation of the proposal, pending determination of the legal challenge before it, the issue ceased being a political debate and became a constitutional obligation. Court orders are not suggestions. They are binding directives issued in the name of the people of Kenya. A government committed to constitutionalism demonstrates respect for judicial authority even when it disagrees with the judicial decisions. Selective compliance with court orders undermines the rule of law, weakens public confidence in institutions, and encourages a culture of impunity that no democracy can afford. The Constitution establishes no office, including the presidency, above the law. Respect for judicial decisions is not a sign of weakness. It is one of the clearest demonstrations of constitutional leadership. On public debt, your administration cannot continue blaming borrowing while continuing to borrow. It cannot continue increasing taxes while claiming to protect hustlers. Leadership requires responsibility, not selective memory. On youth protests and public criticism, claims that young Kenyans are merely being incited underestimate an entire generation. Young people do not need politicians to tell them whether they are unemployed. They do not need opposition leaders to tell them whether food prices are high. They experience these realities every day.
Finally, we have the Deputy Minority Leader of the Senate, Senator for Kitui, Senator Enokio Wambua.
Article 33 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 protects freedom of expression. Article 37 protects the right to assemble, demonstrate, picket, and present petitions. Article 38 guarantees every citizen the right to make political choices, participate in political activities, and engage freely in the democratic process. Article 238 requires national security to be pursued in compliance with the law and with utmost respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. These constitutional guarantees cannot coexist with intimidation, unlawful force, abductions, suppression of dissent, or the criminalization of legitimate political participation. A government confident in its record responds to criticism with answers. A government that responds primarily with insults, threats, arrests, or intimidation signals insecurity, not strength. Mr. President, Kenya needs a unifying leader at this moment in its history. It does not need new political enemies. It does not need fresh divisions. It does not need a return to the habits that are previously endangered national cohesion. The presidency must remain above factional warfare. It must speak for all Kenyans, including critics, opponents, dissenters, and those who did not vote for the government. That is the essence of constitutional leadership. The president is not elected to lead one side of the nation against another. A president is elected to lead the nation itself. The Constitution does not permit government by propaganda. It demands accountability. Chapter 6 does not permit arrogance in public office. It demands integrity. Article 129 reminds all who hold executive authority that such authority is derived from the people of Kenya and must be exercised for their benefit. Power belongs to the people. You are merely its temporary trustee. The Constitution demands government by law, not government by political convenience. It demands obedience to court orders, respect for constitutional freedoms, accountability in public office, and fidelity to democratic principles. No administration can credibly claim commitment to constitutional governance while simultaneously tolerating impunity, undermining judicial authority, permitting abductions, allowing public institutions to be drawn into partisan political warfare, or creating circumstances in which citizens struggle to distinguish between lawful policing and organized political intimidation. Kenya's democratic future depends upon strong institutions, respect for the Constitution, and unwavering commitment to the rule of law. These principles are not optional. They are constitutional obligations binding upon every holder of public office, including the President. Therefore, we tell you plainly, Mr. President, stop hiding behind UDA officials. Stop outsourcing insults. Stop blaming retired leaders. Stop campaigning against the past. Start governing the present. Kenyans, Mr. President, did not elect you to write letters to Uhuru Kenyatta. They elected you to lower the cost of living, create jobs, support farmers, improve healthcare, strengthen education, protect constitutional freedoms, and restore hope. If your administration has performed, let the lives of Kenyans testify. If the economy has recovered, let households feel it. If jobs have been created, let young people find those jobs. If healthcare has improved, let patients experience it. If agriculture has been revived, let our farmers confirm it. If housing has succeeded, let completed and occupied homes speak. But do not ask suffering citizens to ignore their pain because UDA has written yet another political letter. Let us stop the pretense. Let us stop pretending William Samoei Ruto was not deputy president for 10 years. Let us stop pretending today's challenges were created entirely by retired leaders. Let us stop pretending propaganda can reduce the price of unga. Let us stop pretending slogans can lower electricity bills. Let us stop pretending blame games are leadership. The people of Kenya are awake, Mr. President. They can see, they can remember, they can compare. Today, William Samoei Ruto is president. UDA is the ruling party. Kenya Kwanza is the government. The responsibility is yours. No excuses, no scapegoats, no endless campaigns. Govern, Mr. President. I thank you.
That will be the end of our statement.
Kakonyor kelchin nebo tuguk chebo boisiet kobun kibagengeit nebo National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya biik chebune kewelutik eng borwekwak eng takchinet nebo kotoret ichek kotoi boisiet chebendi kotoret ichek eng sobet nebo kila betut.
Ganyor kelchin nebo tuguk chebo boisiet kobun kibagengeit nebo National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya biik chebune kewelinwek eng borwekwak eng takchin nebo kotoret ichek kotoi boisionik chebendi kotoret ichek eng sobet nebo kila betut.
Yeah, the one which is happening today, remember this is a regional launch. We started with the regional launch in Nairobi. So we are launching at the regional level. So although it is based here in Nakuru, we are launching, our managers will now go to the other counties and sub-counties. But for here, what happened is we had small grants given to 24 institutions for persons with disabilities. Each was given 200,000 shillings. We call them the small grants for small projects. But last Friday, we advertised, as we do annually, for what we call the flagship project.
Toretonoton kakikochi en county nebo Nakuru koboto rabisiek ak tuguk alak chekiboisien en mungaret ak boisionik alak chekitokyin biik kobun Rift Valley ako ichek chekikoikoito somen.
For this area, we gave 21 toolkits to 21. This is only for people from Nakuru East, then Bahati and Nakuru West. Our people now will move on now from here to various parts of the region. That is the Rift Valley region. So this is the beginning. We are just launching.
Kamwa nebo ngecheret en kibagengeit noton Professor Francis Kiberia kole kaimutiet neo nebune kibagengeit noton ko rarunet nebo rabisiek chekitoreten bichoton bune kewelinwek ole kasom kibagengeisiek cheterter komongke ak kotoret biik chebune kewelinwek.
Appeal to those who hear. They can get information about us either in the chief's offices, in the offices for DCC and so forth. Even the social protection offices. That's what we do. And with God's grace, we want to expand, to give more, and so forth.
Ngalalet nekonyor kosubet kobun alak en membaek chebo board chebo kibagengeit noton ak biik chebune kewelinwek chekacher alak en ichek komongke ak kosom toreten. Kongeten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Kai tingap chi agenge eng county nebo Nakuru ikangonyor ngatutiet kobun kapkirwok nebo Getyokyi icheket bortab chamanenywa nekikakotebi eng kot neking'onore muswek eng kasartab kenyisiek 5 chekokosirto kosubkei ak bilitab sipitali nekitindoi familia inoto. Kosubkei ak familia inoto okibun icheket ng'wonindo neo mising ak kaimutik chechang kong'ete ngobet sobet chamanenywa Humphrey Kagera Mwae eng kenyitab 2021. Aikoito somet icheket eng biik chetinye maket nemi kokochi ichek toretet asikosoisirit chamanenywa eng oret nebo tekisto.
My name is Stanley Kimaru Mushiri. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. I do represent the family of the deceased Humphrey Kagera Mwae. We did receive instructions from the family and also with the help of the Honorable Kimani Ngunjiri in order to secure the corpse of the deceased. The deceased Humphrey Kagera Mwae passed on the 4th of September 2021 at Nakuru Nursing Home, and his corpse has been in custody of the Umash Funeral Home since the 6th of October 2021, total of 7 years. We received instructions from the family and as well as Honorable Gujiri in order to secure the subject corpse of the deceased, whom the family have been desperately trying to pay the outstanding hospital and the mortuary fees, but have not been able to do so.
So mzee alikuwa mgonjwa wa COVID, kwanza tulianzia St. Joseph. St. Joseph wakasema they don't have enough oxygen, so we had to transfer him to nursing home. Tukampeleka huko usiku na akaenda akashughulikiwa na tukaona ameanza kupata nafuu. Sasa kutoka hapo alikaa only for 4 weeks, ndio sasa tena akaaga. Wakati tuliambiwa sasa hata bili imekuwa juu sana, tukaambiwa ni 5.5 just for 4 weeks. So wakati tulienda huko tukamwambia juu sasa hatutaweza kulipa mochari ya Umash, wacha tumpeleke PGH. Wakasema juu tutapewa mwili kama hatujui, tutampeleka Umash. So hospitali ndio ilisuggest mwili kuje hapa. So tukaenda tukajaribu harambee, tukapata only 250. Hiyo tukawapelekea wakakataa. Wakasema hiyo haiwezi simamia tupewe mwili. So tukaendelea kushughulika, tukaenda kwa Susan Keheka, tukaenda kwa wengine, but it was all in vain.
Eunice Nyabura, bibi ya huyu marehemu Humphrey Kigera Moi. Na mimi sasa nashukuru mheshimiwa na wakili na yule Mutai kwa kusaidia hii maneno ya mzee yangu aende asiko kama wale watu wengine. Mimi nashukuru sana hata kwa Mungu na Mungu abariki hawa walifanya hii vitu yote ya kusaidia mzee yangu akuje asiko kama wale wengine. Sasa roho yangu itatulia kabisa kabisa kabisa, na itakuwa nikiendelea na kazi yangu mzuri nikiona mzee yangu amelala hapo. Lakini wakati huyu mwingine nilikuwa nasikiaga ati mtu anatolewa kwa wamasi. Mimi nikasikia baya, nikasema sasa huyu ametolewa na bwana yangu tu analala hapo.
Huyu mama ameenda sehemu nyingi sana akitafuta usaidizi kwa viongozi wengi and nobody has helped. So I urge our leaders, have the ear to listen. Listen the poor person. You can do something even without spending money, but you can do something through the wisdom we have been given by God to be their leaders. So I urge, because it's not only this body, maybe there are so many bodies lying in the mortuaries, lying in the hospitals because of small bill. And I want to let them know the law of Kenya, you cannot retain dead body because of the bill. I want Kenyans to understand that. I want hospital to understand that. I want mortuary to understand that. The dead body has nothing. 7 years, mwili iko hapa. Sasa ni faida gani ya miaka 7 wamepata?
Katseng logo Gabriel se kole chopchin ge timita Harambee Starlets urerieta 4 Nations League uletetat ko ureren ak timita Zambia eng ureriet netai eng betutab komut kasi kosubka coach nebo Harambee Starlets Building Odemba kiboisie ureriet notok kochopchin ge ureriosiek kwak chemite tai.
Good job. Ni preparation poa kwanza kwa sisi madem, ni kitu poa. Tunahitaji tu hiyo support ndo pia tukue prepared kwa upcoming AFCON, ndo tuone tuko wapi kwa hizi friendlies mbili. Leo iko poa, tutapik kutoka pale tuliachia FIFA series, tukiendelea juu pia tutaki kuangusha watu tu coach. Juu wanajua pale walituachia na wanajua weakness yetu vile tulicheza FIFA series na strong point yetu. So ni kurudi kuangalia pale tulikosea na pale tulifanya poa kucorrect. Na aje wenye wanatusupport waendelee kutusupport na sisi pia tutawaangusha.
We are happy to
to have another chance, maybe the last chance for build-up towards the WAFCON. Going to play 2 friendly matches, one against Zambia according to the fixture, and then the second one we shall play either Lesotho or Zimbabwe. Exiting teams, especially Zambia, because we had requested to play against Zambia. So we are looking forward. We want to see where we are at the moment. We also want to see what we can do in the remaining few days and get ready for WAFCON. Our aim still remains the same. We're going for WAFCON qualifiers. Sorry, we're going for World Cup qualifiers, and we are hoping for the best.
Tetat koyaktabir emetab Kenya nebo kote 12 Masters Athletics Champions chebo kenyitab 2032. Kangong nito growth startup president nebo African Masters Athletics ole kamwa kole konyor chamchinet emoni koyaktabir.
Tumepewa nafasi ya kufanya bid, so tunaona World Athletics wametuletea World Championship 2029 na yetu tulikuwa tunatarajia 2030. So tutasonga mbele 2032, alafu tutajua ministry tunaenda kupanga Kenya, ministry and athletics Kenya tunaenda kupanga pamoja. Yes, tuko possibility, najua na imani ya kwamba watanipatia kwa sababu imekuwa tu South Africa wamefanya kitambo sana, lakini saa hii Kenya vile ni powerhouse, najua watatupatia kwa maana facilities, tumeimprove kwa facilities yetu na tunatarajia 110 countries, about 9,000 au 10,000 athletes to come and participate. Katika Afrika itakuwa Afrika wamehost ya mara ya pili, na pia tumekuwa tukienda sana huko nje, na si tumesema pia hii kitu ikuje nyumbani. Na mimi najua ikikuja nyumbani hapa Kenya itamina lot, unaona, kwa sababu saa hii tuko na almost 6 to 7,000 masters from 35 years and above. Huwa tukifanya kazi na pamoja as a team, tunajua tutafaulu. Kwa maana tukitengeneza LOC yetu ya Afrika, LOC yetu ya Kenya, Ministry and Athletics Kenya na county government, hiyo kitu ikiwa nzito, watu wakifanya kazi pamoja tutafaulu.
Chitab kalenjin kakituk chotok emetab logoiwek chok chebo emet kakimuch kebun kong'ete studio nebo Kass TV. Kongoi missing ang baraindo nekekonech iker logoiwekab emet. Kikurena Jacqueline Arusei ak amagun kit age tugul nemie.
Kimitei agobo inye ago kimita siginetkei kibaibaitkei ak inoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, Star Times channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik chok, sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en number 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit nechome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet.
Turn up the heat with endless entertainment on Star Times. Feel every moment of the action as the biggest leagues reach their thrilling finales. Recharge your monthly subscription to unlock a world of endless drama to enjoy Novella E, now available on your Nyota bouquet. Dive into blockbuster movies with the launch of TNT.